Terry and I would just like to share some thoughts and memories of Gary with you.
Not to start off on a negative note, but it's worth remembering we lost a lot of people to COVID in the past 18 months. But it doesn't compare to the huge loss we experienced of Gary. That one really hurt a lot, and it still does, and it will for quite some time for so many of us. You know, we go through life and we meet a lot of people, and if we're lucky, we meet some pretty memorable people. If we're really lucky, we meet some remarkable people. And I would say Gary fits the bill on both of those counts. He was really something unique in such a great, great way. Gary is one of those few people who connected with everyone he met. Wherever he went, everyone was his new best friend. He was almost always up, smiling, wanting to know what's new with you, how's your family, rather than talk about himself and his situation. He wanted to know about you and yours. But there is one thing about Gary, and I suspect it might be mentioned by a couple others here today. He carried a load. Man, he carried a load. Poor Garo. You know, when he proposed to Amy many years ago, he didn't realize until later he signed up for the 2-for-1 package. Yeah, the Amy and Mary package. How lucky was he, though? And he knew it. He loved Mary and of course, Amy. And the three of them just made a really, really good team. I always told him throughout the years, Garo, you should have been reading the fine print on these contracts. That's where the dirty details are. Kath?
Gary always just wanted to make sure everyone was happy that came in town. He was always taking us out, picking up the tab. It was always about others, not about himself. Amy, you got the right guy. He was sensitive and he loved you so much. Like most spouses, he isn't perfect, but he was pretty darn good. He has missed every single day. Gary, he was like our mom. They were both real, no BS about either of them. They both cared about others more than they cared about themselves.
It's really true. Kath and I have taken quite a few European vacations, thanks to Delta Airlines. But we took two with Gary and Amy, and they were two of our best trips ever. One was to the Dominican Republic. We did a 7-day all-inclusive that was just nothing but fun, laughter, good food, big sun, and lots of drinks. We just had a really, really terrific week with the two of them. The other was the big one, though. The four of us went to Europe. It was the first time for both Gary and Amy, and I know they really enjoyed it a lot, and it meant a lot to them. We went to Germany, and then we went on to Austria, where we spent most of our time, and I was particularly pleased that Gary shared my love of Austria. It's one of my favorite places on the planet. But we just had a blast. We just walked and looked at the beautiful Alps every day. We just visited a lot of really cool places, museums and whatnot. And we had lots of food. People don't understand how good the food is in Austria. It's great, and we enjoyed it a lot. And yeah, we drank some beer too. Gary kind of liked that beer, which was a little surprising. I don't think too many of us think of Gary as a beer drinker, but that's pretty much what he did for those 10 days. He loved that European beer. But most important about these two trips to Kathy and myself is that we had two great travel companions and who were just so much fun and just so lifted up the trips. And we're grateful, always be grateful for that, Aim. One last comment, maybe two. Aim, I think I speak for all of your family and friends in the country and in Hungary when I say, thank you for giving us Gary. That was just such a gift that most of us will treasure forever. Likewise, I heard him say on more than one occasion, he knew he hit the jackpot when he married you, Amy. What he didn't know at the time, though, he said, was what a bonus was thrown in by getting to know your family and your friends. He cherished both groups. Thank you for that, Amy. We miss you, Garo.
We love you, Gary, and miss you every day.